Well, so far we've seen the outcome for one of our properties.
Yes, but stay right where you are because we've got 2 more results coming up.
And it's time to find out how they got on.
We return now to the West Midlands and the town of West Bromwich. It was here I saw this 2-reception room, 2-bed, semi-detached garden at 50 grand. And while it may have needed some work on the outside, on the inside, it definitely did. With a decor that was not so much tired but dead on its feet, with a really strange layout. Plus, the kitchen wasn't even part of the house. Actually, just a wooden lean-to, which comes under a temporary structure because it is wooden. When you come to sell it, you won't get a mortgage on this house because there's no kitchen actually inside the house. This was going to be a complete makeover job, and willing to take it on was Terence, here on the right, who bought it for 69 grand. He planned to let it out once he and his brother-in-law Simon had given it a major renovation.
Well, we're going to put a double story extension at the back.
You're putting a double extension in on the back of the house?
Yeah.
Is that subject to?
Yeah, planning.
To planning?
Yeah, it's a 2-bedroom now.
Yes.
We're going to turn it into 3.
OK.
And rip everything else out and turn it into open plan and get it modernised.
Terence lived in London, which would mean a 6-hour round trip to manage the project. So Simon, who lived locally, was going to keep an eye on all the works. Terence reckoned a budget of 25 grand and a timescale of 3 months would be enough to get all the work done. That was pretty optimistic, considering he would need to get planning permission for the extension. And it turns out the optimism was a little misplaced because it has been 5 years since we first met Terence. And now we're back. And, oh dear, it's still a work in progress. Inside, internal walls have been knocked down and it's been taken back to bare brick. And there appears to be no roof. But there's a silver lining in this particular sky. There are signs of that extension being started.
There's a double-story extension. It has an extra bedroom upstairs. It has a kitchen and a dining downstairs here. It's going to be very roomly, airy when you walk in. We're going to do a modern layout kitchen with a dining all built in. It's going to be very nice, very, very nice.
With the extension creating more floor space, the stairs have been moved further back in the house, giving room on the upper floor for a new bathroom suite and a new 3rd bedroom at the back. Getting planning permission for the extension wasn't a problem. It was the construction that was the start of a whole series of hiccups for Terence.
When you're doing an extension or any kind of digging of a foundation, the water company don't want you to put any weight-bearing building on their pipes. So you either have to use piling, bridge over, different techniques in order to not bear any weight on their pipes. And once they approve you, they tell you exactly how they want you to do it, stage by stage.
And meeting those requirements for the water board was not the only delay Terence has had over the past 5 years. There have been issues finding the right builders and trades for the work, but Terence has managed to overcome these problems and now has electricians, plumbers, plasterers coming in over the next few weeks to finish off the works.
We've actually seen builders here. We've had a good laugh to say the progress is finally kicking off, and the deadline's coming up really soon.
In fact, Terence is hoping all the works will be done in the next 4 to 5 weeks. But after 5 years of setbacks and slow progress, was he ever tempted to get rid of a house?
Everybody else has told me to sell it, and I said, nope, I'm fighting, I ain't giving up. I want to learn, and here I am, I'm happy.
I get knocked down.
As Terence works long 12-hour shifts 5 days a week as a lorry driver, he has relied on Simon to keep him updated. But after 5 long years, I think I would be tired of it and want to sell up. Is he still aiming to rent?
I'm not going to sell this one because this area is very much developing at the moment. And somehow the price is just going up and up and up. So I'm going to ride it out and see what happens.
So while the timescale has long been blown out the water, can the same be said for that 25 grand budget?
Yeah, I'm passing that. I think I've passed that. I think I'll be just under the 40 when I'm finished.
So add that to his purchase price of 69 grand, and Terence's total spend so far is £109,000. Time to find out the thoughts of two local estate agents on Terence's long-term project, and if that £109,000 outlay is money well spent.
Well, the project so far, as I've had a look round, is midway through a complete refurbishment. As we can see, there's been a two-storey extension that's in process as well, and there's still quite a bit of work left to do.
The thoughts of the works being carried out is that the square footage is being dramatically increased with a double-storey extension to the rear. The property is in an area which is usually contains smaller houses, so there will be an increased demand for a house of this size.
That's good and could help Terence recoup some of his £109,000 investment. So with it bound for the rental market, what kind of returns, once fully renovated, could the house make?
For the rental market, it's going to be £750 per calendar month.
I would look to achieve between £725 and £750 per calendar month.
Well, I'll be honest, I've been talking to a few estate agents myself, and they said £850 easily. So I don't, maybe it's gone down. I'm not sure, yeah.
That agent's valuation of £750 per calendar month could give Terence a yearly yield of just over 8%. But if he sold the house, the agents reckon he could achieve a top value figure of £170,000, giving him a pre-tax profit of 61 grand.
No, that is good. I'm quite happy with that. I was thinking, give and take the area and how things are, maybe a little bit less, so I'm quite happy with that.
It's good to see Terence happy with that figure, and also to see a smile on his face after 5 long years on this renovation. In fact, he now sees this experience as a pretty steep learning curve, which already has set him up for his next project.
Another property, and then he will take care of it.